Hello, Obscurathon. I am now in my kitchen. And today we are running Ultima 1, the First Age of Darkness. Any percent. Which means all I have to do is go out and destroy an evil wizard. Classic fantasy stuff. Alright, if chat has a name they would like to see on the hero, that would be great. Whilst I explain a bit about the history of this game, this is one of the granddaddies of computer role-playing gaming. Originally born in 1981, which means it's slightly older than I am. Ultima came of age or about then on the Apple II, and then after that wound up ported to the Commodore 64, wound up ported to PC, which is what I'm playing it on, various other computers all around the world, and well, long and short of it is it got remade for most of those ports. So this is the 1987 PC remake, specifically called Ultima 1, the First Age of Darkness. I'm going to be going through it as quick as I can. So, I have a name. The name is Darius. Darius it is. Origin and Lord British are registered trademarks of Richard Garriott. Fantastic. Generate new character. We'll take out Max, and we will put in 15 points into agility. That's all the points I can put into it, and 15 points into intelligence. All of these stats have a purpose. Strength affects the damage we do. Agility affects how often we hit. Stamina affects how much we can drink. Charisma affects costs of selling things. Wisdom affects success rates of spells, and intelligence affects cost of purchasing things. So we need an elf to get more agility. The character Darius or Jarius, there's two suggestions now. The character, I'm assuming Darius, will be male. And we need a wizard. Now, wizard is unfortunately one of the more useless classes, except for one thing. Wizards have a greater number of spells we can choose. And we need one of those spells. There's only 3 spells we use in the game, and one of them is locked behind the wizard class. So we save this character, yes. And then we continue the game even though we are just starting it. That's how this works. And we are going to begin the game. The timer begins when the screen loads, which is about 2 seconds after we switch over, after I tell it to load. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, roll. Noise off is the first thing, so you won't be hearing any sound from the game unless I mess up. Hopefully we will be able to do this in one without having to reload, but just in case, I'm going to quit and save here outside the Castle of the Lost Cape. Got shot a couple times by a dragon turtle. We're going to come talk to the Lost Cape. We're going to offer service. Tells us to go and kill a gelatinous cube. We can do that. We're also going to give him money. 100 pence. And we're going to come in here. He gave us 150 hit points for that. We're going to try and steal stuff from his weapon repository. We got caught right away. We're off to a great start. A dragon turtle attacking us, getting caught very quickly by the guards. 2 for 2 on stealing. Come on. If I miss a third time, I am definitely going to have to reload, but that's fine. I saved right outside. A sword? No. Phasor. There we go. Yes, in this fantasy epic, we are going to be wielding a phasor. We're going to come over here. We're going to shoot the jester. Jesters are annoying, but they also have a key. So we're going to kill this guard. Excellent. We got the right key, and we're going to hope that this guard doesn't kill us while we kill him. 42 hit points. Got to get out with the princess! Oh, made it with 17 hit points. Yay! She gives me 500 hit points, money, and experience points. You'll also notice something unfair very quickly. Enemies can shoot on the diagonal. I cannot. I can only shoot in orthogonal directions. We're going to come over here to the City of U. We're going to go to the trans shop. We're going to buy us some trans. In this case, a raft. We're going to take this raft. We're going to sail it to another continent. On each continent, we will find 2 castles, 8 towns, and a number of dungeons. We need 1 dungeon, but we need to go to 4 of these castles. So 1 castle on each of the continents. There's a second one around, but we're not going to bother with them because they're not part of the any percent. This is the castle of Shamino. That is Shamino. We will talk to him. We will offer our service. And we're going to shoot him in the face. And then we're going to kill his jester. The reason we shoot him in the face is stops the jester bouncing around. So we're going to then kill one of the guards. I always check the wrong one, because if I got the wrong key, that means I don't have to fight this guard right here. There we go. So there's 2 princesses rescued. We're 2 for 2 on princesses. Took us a while to get a phasor, but we're 2 for 2 on princesses. That's good. And we're going to head over here. I need to get 1 more princess. Princesses are the primary form of grinding in this game. They give us experience. Experience is largely meaningless, except that we need at least 7,000 experience to complete the game. That's the only effect it has. Princesses also give us hit points and money, and we need both of those things. So we're going to head up here past this town. Going to head over here to this castle, the Black Dragon's castle. We're going to follow the same pattern. The jester's going to tell us the jester has a key. Offer service tells us to kill a lich. We're going to shoot him in the face. We're going to kill his jester. And we're going to kill his guard. So, I need this princess, so I have to go out and back in. So one of the updates that was made when this was converted to the PC, because the Apple II doesn't have a keypad, they decided to shorten to hotkey the attack command. So instead of going attack direction all the time, I can just hold down one of the keypad keys in the proper direction, and it will fire. The jester stole something. All the more reason to shoot him. Nobody likes jesters in the Ultima games. No, that's 3 keys. The key you get is 50-50 chance. It's random chance based on the frame you enter the castle. Since I do not have frame-perfect reflexes, and I am not a TAS, this means that it's essentially a blind 50-50 chance. And try one more, then we'll have to reload. There we go. So the first marathon I ever ran this in, like I said, 50-50 chance, took me 11 tries to get that first princess, on a 50-50 chance. Do the math if you like. I did once before, I don't need to do it again. We're going to come to this town, we're going to go to the magic shop. Because I need to buy some spells. I'm going to purchase some ladder up spells. We're going to purchase 5 of those. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to purchase a handful of create spells. 2, 3. We generally only need 1. Marathon safety, because it's possible to fail. It's not likely to fail, but it's possible to fail. Marathon safety says I buy a bunch. I've had it fail multiple times in runs before. Not board, enter. What am I doing? Go up here to this magic shop. It's got different spells. We're going to use this by the ladder down spell. We only need 4 of these. We would not be able to buy the create spell or the blink or destroy spell if we were not a wizard. That's why we need to be a wizard, because we need that create spell. Blink and destroy sound awesome, but they're really not. Blink moves you randomly to another space in the floor of the dungeon you're on. And because it's completely random, it's actually completely useless. Destroy is not actually a killing spell. There is a kill spell. Destroy destroys a magic barrier that you can create using the create spell. Since we bought the create spell to create magic barriers, we don't want to destroy them. I'm going to just sail across the ocean here. You might notice my food is red and getting smaller and smaller every couple steps. The situation is that if my food ever runs out, I die. Food counts like a second set of hit points. There are, if it runs out, I'm immediately dead. As soon as that hits 0, I'm toast. So we're going to go get our final quest to kill Carrion Creeper. We're going to shoot the king in the face. So all these creatures we have to kill. The gelatinous cube is on level 3 and 4 of the dungeons. On level 5 and 6, we'll find the Carrion Creeper. On level 7 and 8, we'll find a Lich. And on level 9 and 10 is where we'll find the Balron that Shamino asked us to kill. And yes, Balron, not Balrog. J.R.R. Tolkien's estate was apparently quite litigious. We need to grind up... I shouldn't say grind up a few princesses, that sounds wrong. We need to rescue a few princesses in an experience and gold grind. And actually, more importantly, a hit point grind. Because we have to go into the dungeon next, and if we don't have enough hit points, we just get dead. And being dead is not fast in this game. My goodness, we're missing a lot, too. Okay, we're going to reload, so I've got to close the game out. We've got to reopen the game. Reopen the game. Come on. Thank you. Reloading is just a fact of life. Just a thing we have to do. So we just go. Oh, I don't want. I selected generate. There we go. There's Darius. Please wait whilst my game loads, and back we go to it. I already offered service. Yeah. Okay, good. Shoot the jester. Our range for our shots are 3 squares, which is why I use exactly this patterning. There we go. There's a princess. There's a guard that just did not want to go down. Attack. Yep. There we are. The other thing that there's a hidden variable that matters as well. That's the step counter. At 3,000 steps throughout the game, like this is 1 step, every attack I take is a step, every turn I pass is a step. At 3,000 steps, the options in the shops open up. We've had three good princesses here. Don't want to mess this up. All right, out we go. Good. We're going to kill this squid. Thank you. 1 more and then money. So at 3,000 steps, the options for the shop open up, and then we can purchase a space shuttle. This is why I often shoot the king in the face to stop the jester from bouncing around. So yeah, this game spawned a whole host of other ones. This is a pretty simple game, but it's really fun. And if you like a good speedrun with a lot of variety in it, I highly recommend you can go and pick this one up. We're going to give him basically 1,700. That's good. We're going to shoot the king in the face again. You can actually kill the king. You just got to shoot him enough. Except for there is Lord British in the game, and in this game, Lord British decided that he should be indestructible. Apparently, in the original Apple II or in the Apple II version, people took great delight in killing Lord British, and so he decided in the remake that he should be invulnerable. We are going to ready the ladder down spell, quit save, and enter the dungeon where Hercules died. Now we get these lovely wireframe 3D dungeons. We go down here. The dungeons are all, oops, went too far. The dungeons are all 10 by 10 grids. We're going to climb down the ladder. We're going to cast the ladder down spell, Inferus. We're going to climb down the ladder. You might notice that there's a lot of ladders in this spot. Nothing there. Where's the mimic? There it is. There's an Etten on me too. Yeah. Okay. The ladders are always in the same place in the grid, even if the grid itself is randomized. Thank you. There's 1 quest down. The Lich is dead. Ding dong, the Lich is dead. We're going to get the ladder up spell. Okay, there's nothing on the 9th floor that we can get. Good. Okay, every time I go up, every time I start on a floor, there's a Balron. Thank you very much. A quest has been completed. Every time Lizard Man, it generates 2 monsters from the group of monsters that are available on that floor. There's a Minotaur. There's always 2 monsters on the floor. Whichever floor you're on, there's always 2 monsters. So anytime you kill one, it generates another one somewhere. And they always make their way towards you as fast as they can. So it's always worth killing them to see if maybe the monster you want is going to generate itself next. And possibly right in front of you. That could be a mimic on level 6. What I really don't want to see on level 6 is gremlins, because they eat your food. And again, if my food ever hits 0, I'm instantly dead. There's a carrion creeper. We're done. All right, we need a gelatinous cube on level 3 or floor. 3 or 4. Level 3 or 4. There's a Cyclops. We're pretty safe at this point. There's a Viper out in the distance. It's dead. An Orc. Another Orc and a Cyclops. There's an Orc. Viper, there's an Orc. Another Viper. Anything out there? Nope. Gelatinous cube, please. Spider, Cyclops. There's a cube. Boom, done. The quest has been completed. And we use our ladder spell to climb out. We get a bunch of hit points back. We ready our prayer spell. And the prayer spell, every time we cast it, Potentis Laudis, will restore us to 15 food. Potentis Laudis. Lovely chant. Transact with the king. We need a time machine to win. The king gives us a green gem. Okay, so the full story. The wizard Mondain has been causing a lot of problems. And, part of the problem with the wizard Mondain is that the wizard Mondain is immortal. So you can't just go and, shoot him or something. He's immortal. So what do you do with an immortal? Well, we have to go back in time and kill him before he becomes immortal. Playing literal 4D chess here. We'll go sailing up this way. Go over here. Potentis Laudis. Every time our food gets close to 0. Potentis Laudis. The game doesn't buffer inputs, so I have to be careful not to accidentally think I've done something and then not do it. Potentis Laudis. Chant with me if you like. Put it in chat. Potentis Laudis. Potentis Laudis, right? Pirate ship. We go back to all the kings and get our rewards for the quests. They give us a gem. Potentis Laudis. Black Dragon's Castle. Gives me a blue gem. A princess will help a space ace through time. Well, gee, that sounds important. How do we become a space ace, you ask? Go ahead. Ask. Ask. I'll tell you. I'll totally tell you. Well, the simple way is, we have to go and kill a bunch of aliens, of course. What were you thinking? Potentis Laudis. So yeah, in this high fantasy story, we have to become a space ace. We have to fly to the stars. Potentis Laudis. And there, we have to destroy aliens. Potentis Laudis. Got a lot of experience. More than I usually have. I guess Hidden Archer. Just looks like a tree unit. Just looks like a tree, but he's going to shoot arrows at me because he's a hidden archer. You can see the little white bow in the woods if you look. All right, Castle of Chamonix. Now he tells me when I complete his quest, he'll let me take 9 items from the storeroom, but only 9. So we'll come over to the armor storeroom. We'll get plate mail, vacuum suit. Perfect. We need a vacuum suit or we will explode. And we'll just get a bunch of food so I don't have to keep praying. And we're going to kill this guard, which has the same effect as shooting the king in the face. It stops the jester from bouncing around. Thank you. Give me the key. Please tell me I got the right one. Yes, I did. Good. Okay, so we're going to have some 6,700 experience when we go up into space. And I need to kill 20 aliens. And it just so happens that every alien we kill is worth 100 experience. So knowing how much experience I have going in, stop shooting me, thank you, can be very useful. The City of the Brother. We go to the trans shop. We're going to buy us some space trans in this case, some shuttle. There we go. Okay, we got way more money than I need, which is fine. Board the shuttle. All right, inform and search. Let's take a look where our aliens are at. All right, we're just going to, we're just going to switch right up to the new shuttle because I've got so much money I don't actually need. So yeah, if you get bored with the RPG, you can come and do the flight sim over here. We are going to go southeast. 1, 2. We're going to change our view, change our speed to 8, and hyper jump light speed. This is the one that has a triangle as a weapon, right? It's not really a reference to anything as far as I can tell. Okay, we're going to shoot down some aliens. So every time I tap in a direction, the cursor keeps going in that direction. And every time I hit the F key, it fires. If I center it, if I press the spacebar, it centers. We're going to stop going that direction. We're going to go south, hyper jump, light speed, and fly our way through the Windows screensaver. And yeah, so we've taken out 4 aliens now. We're in search. We're going to go 2 south. Hyper jump, light speed. So I need to get to 8,700 experience. Hyper jump, light speed. That just lets me do it without having to actually go into the status screen to look at how many more aliens I have to deal with. You'll notice my stats have changed. There's still experience and coin in the bottom corner. Dang it. Slow down to speed 1. Go this way. Hyper jump, light speed. But I also now have shield and fuel. If my shield hits 0, my ship is destroyed. If my fuel hits 0, I'm not destroyed. I'm just floating aimlessly, and basically you're soft locked at that point. You can't die because there's no way to crash into anything. Zoop. The aliens always move directly away from the direction you're going. Hyper jump, light speed, or rather directly away from your cursor. And we got one more hyper jump to do. Light speed. Yeah, so they go directly away from the cursor. They keep they make themselves as difficult as possible to hit. Now I'm flying at speed 8. It's the fastest speed you can fly at. It's kind of a hidden mechanic. Like, it's not actually detailed not actually clearly detailed what speed you can go at. But the speeds are between 1 and 8. There's another starbase. We're just going to change our view and hyper jump light speed. I will have to refuel at a starbase at one point. The reason we need money, landing at a starbase, docking costs 500 coins. If you don't have 500 coins, you can't dock, and therefore you can't refuel your ship. Hyper jump, light speed. Let's see here. We got, what, 9 more to go. Yeah, 8,700, right? Oh, I'm not going to catch him. Enemies come in clusters of 1 to 3. Which way am I going to go? I'm going to go... No, we're going to go one more to the east because we're going to refuel. Enemies come in clusters of 1 to 3. So if I see a group of H's together, maybe it's one, maybe they're all singles, or maybe there's actually three enemies in all of those. We're going to retro our way back here. The only way to go. Boom, refueled. Welcome to base. Back up. Stop. And we got 4 in a row, and we're going to hope that those are enough. View, speed 8, hyper jump, light speed. Here we go. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone after that one. I knew I couldn't catch him. Hyper jump, light speed. 6 more to go. So yeah, this is basically 5 different game modes in one. No, I chased 2 of them I shouldn't have chased. So yeah, we've got the overworld, and then the towns and castles look different, and then there's the dungeons, which are completely different, and there's this whole flying stuff. Hyper jump, light speed! And, so it's a lot of fun, though. It's well worth playing. If you have an interest in the history of old RPGs, they do shoot at us. That's why my shield has been damaged. Aliens hit somewhere between 300 and 400 damage. The original shuttle I came in on had 1,000 shield and 1,000 fuel. Normally I use that to take out a couple aliens. Should only need 1 more. But I had so much money right now. I've got so much coin. Thou hast achieved the rank of Space Ace. And where am I going from here? Straight east. Hyper jump, light speed! The shuttlecraft, which only has 1,000 shield and 1,000 fuel, is the only ship that can enter the atmosphere of a planet. So if I try to enter the atmosphere of a planet in this ship, just explode. It's not meant to go into the atmosphere. Same thing if you run into a star. That's just bad business. You can bounce off the place too, right? It does damage proportional to how much shield you have left. So we're going to fly back to Earth. Well, it's not Earth, Sosaria, pardon me. Landed safely. I am now a space ace. We have one more quest to turn in for one more gem. I love watching enemies disappear as you wrap your X position from 255 to 0. That's great. They just gone. They can't cross continents anyway. But when you go from 255 to 0, they vanish. It's great. Okay, Castle of the Lost King. And he'll tell us it requires all 4 gems to launch a time machine. The one mechanic they don't tell us about is that a princess will only help someone who is level 8. And you get a new level every 1,000 experience. So you start at level 1, and with 7,000 experience. And I've got 8,000 experience, I'm not too worried about it. I do need to rescue a princess, though, because only a princess will help a space ace through time. Because, of course, as was foretold in all our old folklore and legends, it's only princesses that know where time machines are, right? I am ready for time travel. There's a time machine far in the northwest. Well, we're going to turn in our money for hit points first. Offer pence. Just offer... I don't have that much. Pence, 18. Oh, not 18. I have 1,600. All right, that's way more hit points than we need, but that's fine. I'd rather have more hit points. We're going to ready the create spell. We're going to head off to the northwest on foot to find the time machine. You get into the time machine and it locks you in. There's the 4 holes for the 4 gems. There's a button marked launch, and we're locked in. So we press it. Generators shake. After a few moments, you feel a strong magic pulling you from your craft. And are face to face with the evil Mondain himself. This is it. He's working on his gem of immortality. It's sitting there right there in the middle of the screen. And we're going to use the create spell to make a wall. And then we're going to just come up and grab his gem, and we're going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot him with my phaser. That's right. And he turns into a bat when his hit points get low enough. And he runs all around the screen. But I put up a wall there, so I'm just going to shoot him until he's dead. And that's time. And of course, it ends with a dramatic reading. A rain of silver lightning heralds the death of Mondain. Fleeting glimpses of fates avoided rush through thy mind as the arcane power of the mage's dying scream echoes in thy ears. 1,000 years pass in but a moment's time as a strange sleep overcomes thee. Upon awakening, thou dost find thyself in new surroundings. A stately youth in violet robes help thee to thy feet. Whereupon thou dost see the thousands who gaze upon thee in adoration. Thy selfless heroism hath saved our people, my worthy one. Should our gratitude alone not be enough to sustain thee, know that I, Lord British, hereby ordain that the entire realm of Sosaria be at thy service for all time henceforth. So let it be done. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to restart. And there we go. That is Ultima 1. Thank you for the GGs. Please do try it out. This is Obscurathon. This is an obscure speedrun. There are very few of us who run Ultima games at all. I think I am currently the only active Ultima 1 speedrunner. I highly recommend it. It's a fun game. It's very basic as an RPG. If you want to play it through casually, it's pretty simple. And it doesn't telegraph your direction very much. You have to do a lot of exploring. But it is fun. If you just want to go into a fantasy world and shoot things, go into the fantasy world and shoot things. But with that, I am done here. I hope you're having a good time with Obscurathon. Hope to see you all again next time. Please come follow me on Twitch. We're having a good time over there too, and we'll see you again. Take care.